Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about heads. That's right. We're going to talk what the difference between the 243 heads and the 862 heads. These guys are here. So, with that, let's go and get the video started. Okay, this is the heads that came with the 5.3. It's an 862 head. This is a 243 head. That's what I used to run on my 6.0. So instead of trying to get this all cleaned up, which we could, I opted to go ahead and just throw the 243s on there. This is a little bit much better head. Cylinder, volume-wise, chamber is much smaller than what this guy is here. So let me flip it over and I'll show you. I mean, you can tell it's both cathedral heads on it. This is pretty dirty. That one's not. Plus, that's been already cleaned up. This has not. So, anyway, let's go ahead and flip it over and I'll show you the other side. I'll flip the heads over and kind of show you the difference between the both heads. What you'll notice that the chambers on this one is a little bit better in cc's. So this is about, the 243s have about 64 cc's. This has about 61. The runners are a little bit different between the two. Intake 210s versus 200 cc's and 75 versus 70 cc's on the exhaust. What you'll see the biggest difference is the valves. These are 1.89. These are 2-inch. Same size exhaust, but the intakes on these are so much bigger on these than on the truck heads or 862s. That's why the 243s move so much more air than these guys ever will. Now, if you're doing a boosted application, it might be a moot point, but normally aspirated, these are going to be a lot better head. It's going to flow a lot more air. So, anyway, that's the biggest difference between the two heads. This is why a lot of people go to the 243s, just because out of the box, they have much bigger valves. So, anyway, good head to have it on the car, and it's going to make a big difference. So yeah, I have to get these retainers off and the keepers. I need that for my other head. These been on. All you do is smack these with a hammer. You can kind of shock it, and it helps separate the keepers from the retainers. So you just really smack it. Then, to get that off, everything goes good. Strong magnet, and there it's. Oops. There we go. One of them popped out. And you just keep going down the row to get them all taken off. So, thought you guys like to know that. Didn't think I was going to post it in here, how you do this, but yeah, that's how you loosen up the keepers there. And to get to the retainer. So anyway, I'm going to pull all the rest of these off, then I'll have a complete set of them. This is a nice little tool. I forgot where I got this thing on to remove those. I have no idea where I got it from. Anyway, that's the part number. But it makes it really easy pushing down on these springs. You can do it in the car or here on the bench. Doesn't matter where you do it. And uh-oh, that might not got loose enough. Yep, yeah, it did. Got one of them off. Grab the other one. There we go. So anyway, thought you liked. Okay, got them all off. So don't need this anymore. Side. I'm going to have to replace the, even though these has fairly new valve seals on these, these valve seals are set up for a dual spring, okay? I think I have a dual spring on my other heads because it's a so much higher lift. The reason being that these have to replace because we're going back with a beef high spring. And this guy here, oh, here we go. This guy here, when the spring sits down on it, has very little movement back and forth, okay? So if I left the other ones on, look how much movement it has. So this is the reason why a valve seal is fairly important to get. Make sure you get the right one, just because you don't want that spring moving around at all. You want it pretty much staying centered on that valve stem. So anyway, a little tidbit of information there. So this is why all these virtually brand new seals are going to have to get popped off and get replaced with the others. So anyway, so let me get these things popped off and show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, got all the seals and all that stuff off. Now it's time to install these guys here. Oops, dropped one. Basically stick over the valve stem. Hopefully you can see that. Take a socket. This one happened to be, I don't know, 13/16. Fits it pretty nice. And just tap it in. Do it for the rest of them. And ready to get the valves put in after this, then eventually the springs. So let's go ahead and get these in, and then I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is going to go ahead and get the valves in here. When I took this whole thing apart, I took everything out of the bag. I did label everything, what valves, what cylinder. Also, I know what size, what side of the car it's on. This one happened to be the passenger, so it'll be 1, 3, 5, and 7. So we're going to go ahead and get the valves put in. Then I think I might go ahead and lap the valves just to make sure it's got a good seal and clean up the seats just a little bit. Like I said, this was running out of the car when I had it, and there's no issues with it. So anyway, even if I didn't lap it, it's still, I think it would be a good seal on it and stuff. So I mean, you can tell some of the seats still got some good contact patch where the valve is, but it wouldn't hurt to maybe just lap it in real quick to see what it looks like. More so just curiosity, see how good of a seal it is. So anyway, with that, let's go ahead and let's do lap one valve just to see what it looks like. Okay, I went ahead and got the valves all lapped in. So I don't know if you can see that. It looks a lot better. Plus all the valves looks a lot better. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put the valves in the head, get the springs on, and this head should be done. Okay, that's it for today for me. Got one spring on, one new spring on, just to see what it looks like. But anyway, this head is pretty much done. Just need to duplicate this process, get the rest of these springs on, then duplicate the process on that other head down there, and the heads will be all done. Valve lapped. I used a drill press. Yeah, what can I say? Anyway, speed things up. So with that, I'm done for today, and I'll be back up here again probably tomorrow, hopefully to finish this head up and get the other one started. And it's looking a lot closer that we might actually get this thing motor totally built by Saturday or Sunday. So anyway, looking forward to it. So stay tuned until then. Okay, as you can tell, got all the springs on. Brand new spring, brand new valve seals. Everything's been lapped in, so took the time to go ahead and lap all the valves in, so they're all ready to go. So these heads are basically ready to get put on the car, or not on the car, but on the motor. Anyway, so they're ready to go. So all we have to do next is get the rocker arms trunnions replaced. And I'm going to save that for the next video. So basically here, I'll show you what needs to be done. Just kind of give you a preview. So all these guys. So the rocker arms going to get replaced. Just the trunnions, the innards are going to get replaced. Anyway, so got to get that to do that next. So yeah, 918. Motorsports. Anyway, that's where I got the parts from. Pretty good guy to deal with. So if you want to get some automotive parts and stuff for your LS1, look up Jeff at 918 Motorsports. But anyway, enough of that. So with that, I'm done with this video of getting the heads ready to get on Project Smurf's motor there. So with that, hope you like what you see. If you do, hit link, hit subscribe, share it, do whatever you need to. So with that, on to rocker arms coming next. So thanks for watching. Yeah, that's what it looks like with them all pressed out.